Hello BookTube, Sarah here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with my August 2017 pre-orders. So if you're new to my channel, every month what I do is I sit here and let you guys know the books that I have pre-ordered for the month that's to come. I do a lot of pre-ordering for the Kindle and I just love being able to do that it's like one click and it gets ordered and you don't actually pay for it until the book is released. So sometimes it's a smart idea to maybe watch what books you have on pre-order so you don't get a surprise in your bank account when like 10 books come out on the same day. Ask me how I know. Anyway, let's jump right into the books. There's only 7 of them, so not very many, but all of them I am really looking forward to. So coming out August 1st is The Address, and it's by Fiona Davis. This is a historical fiction mystery, and I saw the cover, and the cover is what drew me in first, and then I immediately clicked on it to see what it was all about. So in order to make this a little bit easier, I'm just going to read the little blurb that's on the back of the book, or on the top of the Goodreads page, I should say, because it'll probably be able to sum it up far better than I could. And it says, Fiona Davis, author of The Dollhouse, returns with a compelling novel about the thin lines between love and loss, success and ruin, passion and madness, all hidden behind the walls of the Dakota, New York City's most famous residence. So this sounds really exciting to me. Love New York City. I've never been, but it's on my bucket list to go. And the Dakota is kind of one of those really famous buildings. So immediately I knew I had to put this one on pre-order. Also coming out on the 1st of August is A Tangled Yarn by Betty Hechtman. This is the 5th book in the Yarn Retreat mystery series, which is a cozy mystery series. I happened upon this one on Amazon, and again, this was a cover click on for one thing, and then the fact it's a cozy mystery series that features a black cat and knitting. Yes, sign me up, please. I have the first book in this series already. I purchased it, and any of the other books going forward, I do plan on putting them on pre-order. But essentially what this cozy mystery series is about, it's about a woman who runs yarn retreats, where, she goes to different places and knitters meet up there and do things, or like knitting, I'm assuming, knitting and crocheting and other kind of fiber crafts. And in this book, the mystery, or she goes to this to teach the people how to do, as they say, trendy arm knitting and finger crochet. Okay, I know arm knitting, I've seen it. It's not knitting, in my opinion, as a knitter, but, each to their own. But I've never heard of finger crochet, so that's kind of interesting. But there is a murder, of course, that takes place. And it says here that all the books contain knitting patterns and recipes. Like, how fun is that? That's why I love cozy mysteries. Anyway, again, this is coming out August 1st, and I'm really looking forward to it. The next 2 books both come out on the 4th of August, and both of them are actually being republished for the Kindle. One came out in 2006, and one came out originally in 2005. And the first one is called Phantoms of Old Louisville, and the other one is Ghosts of Old Louisville, and both are by David Domine. Now, these jumped out at me because I've read this author before. I read him 2 years ago, I think, on audio, and it was another Eerie Legends or something. I can't remember the exact title of the book, but it was really, really good, and I believe he narrated it. And essentially what these are is a collection of short stories, true stories depending on if you believe in ghosts or not. I want to say true stories about ghosts in the Louisville, Kentucky area. That supposedly it's a hot spot for paranormal activity. And like I said, the first book that I read by him was really good, and when I saw that these were both being republished for the Kindle, I immediately had to put them on pre-order. Now we're going to jump ahead, and coming out on August the 22nd is You Say It First by Susan Mallery. And this is the first book in the Happily Inc. series, and I'm super excited because Susan Mallery is one of my favorite authors, and her Fool's Gold series is one of my absolute favorites, and I'm so super excited to see that she's starting a new series. So this series seems to revolve around a wedding planning business, and of course their contemporary romance. And I think this one is about the owner of that wedding planning business and the man who she hires to help kind of build, I don't want to say sets for the wedding, but like the arbor and stuff like that, and what other maybe carpentry might be needed for the wedding. So this one should be a lot of fun. Again, Susan Mallery is a favorite author, and this one immediately had to get pre-ordered. Also coming out on August 22nd is Map of the Heart by Susan Wiggs. Speaking of authors that immediately go on pre-order, there seem to be a lot of them this month. And this is a standalone book by Susan Wiggs. I did double check, and it is a new release, and as soon as I read what it was about, even if it hadn't been by Susan Wiggs, I think this is one that I definitely would have ordered. So again, I'm going to read the back of the book for you guys just because they can explain it far better than I ever could. An accomplished photographer, widow, and mother, Camille Palmer is content with the blessings she's enjoyed. When her aging father asks her to go with him to his native France, she has no idea that she's embarking on an adventure that will shake her completely and utterly transform her. Returning to the place of his youth sparks unexpected memories, recollections that will lead Camille, her father, and her daughter Julie, who has accompanied them, back to the dark, terrifying days of the Second World War, where they will uncover their family's surprising history. Where Providence offers answers about her family's past, it also holds the key to Camille's future. Along the way, she meets a handsome American historian who stirs a deep passion within her she thought she'd never experience again. So again, this is history. It goes back and forth, it sounds like, between the historical to the more modern day. It's a contemporary romance. This one just sounds, as my lovely British friends would say, right up my street. And I cannot wait to read this one. It's going to be so good. And the last book in my August pre-orders is coming out on August 29th, and that is Holiday in the Hamptons by Sarah Morgan. This is the 5th book in the From Manhattan with Love series. I love this series. You guys know I have just gushed about this series so far this year. I've read the first 2 books. I absolutely adore them. So this is the 5th one. So these ones, I don't really know too much what these are about. I'm assuming this takes place in the Hamptons. The first 2 books took place in New York, in Manhattan. I think book 3 does as well. I can't remember if book 4 does. But again, this is a series that I've looked ahead to see how many books are coming out, and I've pre-ordered this one and I think the next one, which is a Christmas themed one, which I cannot wait. So yes, I absolutely adore this series. I highly recommend it. Please go back and try book number 1. Like, start at the beginning and work your way through. Sarah Morgan is an amazing writer. Again, this is a contemporary romance series set in New York. You guys are going to love it. So anyway, guys, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below if any of these books have shown any interest to you and you might be putting them on pre-order yourself. You know, when I say I put them on pre-order for the Kindle, it just means because that's really the only way that I read books now, is on my electronic device. You can of course go ahead and order these in print book if you wanted to, or I'm sure even some of them would be available on audio if that's something that would interest you as well. Are there any books that you are pre-ordering in the month of August? Please let me know in the comments below as well. And as per usual, in the description box below, I will leave all the places that you can find me on social media, as well as a link to my new book club that I have started, to the Goodreads group. There's a link for that there as well. And also a link to all the books that I have mentioned in this video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.